our fourth issue. Creative team pretty much stays the same here. Nothing changes in issue 4. As the story kicks off, Alec Knight, recovering from his grueling battle with Karasu, finds himself in a moment of introspection. He reflects on the inspiration he drew from the pages of Don Quixote, a source of strength that once helped him rise above his weaknesses. However, after suffering a demoralizing defeat, he begins to question himself, wondering if his actions inadvertently led to the death of his family. It's a moment of vulnerability and doubt. Thankfully, Kane, his mentor, is there to steer Alec back onto the path of resolve and self-discovery. Alec realizes that he must rise again and continue his relentless fight against the darkness that threatens to consume the city. Meanwhile, on a yacht, Tina Carbone, Don Carbone's daughter, convenes a secret meeting with Karasu and other shadowy figures. They plot to unleash something dark and malevolent, a malefic entity known as Thrillkill. The origins of this entity are shrouded in mystery, hinting at a connection to Pandora's box. Thrillkill exudes madness, obsessively muttering gruesome details about his insatiable appetite for violence. Don Carbone, recovering in a hospital and simmering with vengeance, plans to take retribution on Knightmare after they deal with Yakuza that tried to assassinate him. The mobster is poised to unleash a storm of revenge that could shake the city to its core. On the media front, Byron Tapp releases a newspaper article featuring a striking image of Knightmare soaring through the air, questioning Detective Murtaugh's role in the vigilante's escape. The public speculates whether the ongoing mayhem is part of a gang war or if Knightmare is secretly collaborating with the police to eradicate mobsters. As Don Carbone is escorted from the hospital, a malevolent force descends upon the scene. Thrillkill, wielding a deadly sword, makes quick work of Carbone's guards, poised to deliver a fatal blow to the ailing mob boss. Desperate pleas fall on deaf ears as Carbone attempts to negotiate for his life. But in a breathtaking turn of events, Knightmare intervenes, determined to thwart the malevolent entity's bloodlust. The two engage in a fierce battle, but Thrillkill's strength is matched only by its deranged babblings. An eerie moment unfolds as Thrillkill bites into Knightmare's neck, setting the stage for a deadly encounter. Just as it seems that Knightmare may become Thrillkill's next victim, Kane steps onto the scene, brandishing a weapon and firing a shot that strikes the malevolent entity in the back. The battle intensifies as the shadows of the city converge in a confrontation that promises to test the limits of our hero's strength and resolve. So that is issue 4 of Knightmare. And yes, Thrillkill. This is a standout of this book, in my opinion. Thrillkill is a really neat villain. Let me try to describe what Thrillkill looks like. Thrillkill has an outfit, I guess. I'm going to say it's black and white. It's kind of like down the middle in the mask. One half of the face of Thrillkill is black and the other half is white. Long purple mohawk for her hair. Very nimble, very agile. A relentless bloodlust this thing has. The mutterings, I think, is what put it over the top for me. When Thrillkill showed up, as it's walking around, all it does is just talk about, when it kills people, it describes everything in detail. And some of the stuff it doesn't like, but, I'd rather the eyeballs pop a certain way or something like that. It's just gross, but it's really cool. It's actually, as far as villains go, this is actually a unique villain that stands out amongst some of the other 90s villains that I recall. Its sole mission is to kill things. So Don Carbone's daughter was so mad that he was an absentee father, she sent this thing out to kill him. Tina Carbone, by the way, there were definitely some consistency errors in some of these characters. When I first read this and prepared to write something about it, one of the things that I pointed out was the hair color for Don Carbone seemed to have changed a lot. But Tina from issue 3 to issue 4, in issue 3, her hair color has changed. Almost her whole appearance changed, in my opinion. She looks somewhat Asian. There's a side view of her. She looks like an Italian brunette. Probably one of the most glaring criticisms I can give this is that. And the consistency. First off, the style of the art so far, I have no problem with. It isn't some of the best that you can find out there in the 90s, I'm sure. But Marat is getting it across on the page, in my opinion. So the whole Mr. Tapp thing, getting his article out there, sowing doubt in the public for the side of the law enforcement, interesting. But I think that's going to be the last we see of Mr. Tapp. And there is a great splash page. It's 2 panels divided right down the middle of the page. One half is Knightmare's face, and the other half is Thrillkill's face as they're getting ready to face off. And you wrap the large intestine around your shoulders like a fire hose. It usually won't break apart, but watch out if it does. Nasty stuff is in the nose of the beholder. I like this character of Thrillkill. Vicious. And Kane showing up at the end, fires a gun and puts a bullet right in the back of Thrillkill, putting it down. But will it be down for good?